everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven, and thank you very much for joining me today. And I just want to apologise, you might hear my printer in the background. I'm printing a lot of stuff off, so if you hear that, I do apologise. Today's video we're going to be making this cute stocking treat box. As you can see, it's got candy canes inside. This idea I got from Stamping with Amore, who is a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the US, and I thought it was really nice. So I'm going to give these to my oldest daughters on Christmas Day when we have our Christmas dinner, and then these ones I'm going to give to the twins. And I made these on a live when I was on live with Simply Made Crafts, who is Helen Griffin. I'll link that live video down below. So the products that I'm going to be using, some of these are of Craft Stash, and other things are from the range. So the Craft Stash items I will link down below for you. So first of all, we're going to be using this stamp set, and I think this was a Simply Made Craft stamp set, but I can't remember if it was free in a magazine or if it was in like a Paper Craft Society box. I can't remember, it was a long time ago. But we're using this stamp here which says to and from. Then we're using Creative Craft products, so we are using the Merry and Bright A5 stamp set. So we're using this image here and the berries. Then I'm using the supersized nestables, and this is the Scallop Circles die set. Then I've got this label die that I just had in my stash. And then I'm using the Art Studios Candy Cane Christmas paper pack, and this was from the range, and it's absolutely gorgeous papers. So I'll show you a quick flick through. So that's what we're using to decorate that. And then just to finish off the stocking, I'm using some silver bells and some baker's twine. I'm using some red ribbon for a bow. So if you want to know how to make this, really easy to do, no specialty dies needed. Yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start off by making the box. So you're going to need a piece of red cardstock that is 6.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score along the 6.5 inch side at 1/2 inch, 2, 3.5 and 5. And then along the 5.5 inch side you will score at 1.5. Okay. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of red card again, and also 2 pieces of pattern paper. All 4 measure the same. 4 of them measure 3.5 by 4.25. And then you're going to pop the pattern paper to one side, and we're going to score our cardstock. So we want to score the 2 card pieces along the 4.25 inch side at 2.25. Okay, and then we're going to score along the 3.5 inch side at 1.5, but we're only going to score down to that 2.25 inch score line. So 1.5 and score down to that score line. Okay, do the same with the other one. You'll see you will have this large square at the top, then this small rectangle, and then this larger rectangle at the bottom. You want to make sure for your stocking to be the right way, you want this larger square at the top to be to the left and this small rectangle to the right. And as you can see, I've just marked it with a pen, and that is the section we are going to cut out completely. Okay, so we're going to cut up this score line here and then cut down this one. Okay, so you're left with that. Don't worry about that score line that's running through there, because that will get covered up with your pattern paper. Okay, And then you're going to do the same again with this one. Then you'll have two pieces like that. So this one will go on the front, and then this one will go at the back, and as you can see, the stocking will be facing the right way at the front and the back. Then you're going to get your patterned paper, and we're going to glue these to these two sections here. So all we're going to do is just add glue all on this section here, and then we're going to glue that down in place, and then I'm going to turn it over to the back, and then I'm just going to trim off that excess of that paper. Okay, so that's the front. Then we're going to come to the back. So we want the paper to be on the back of the stocking, so this time we're going to flip this over and add our glue. Okay, and then you're going to trim off the excess. So now we want to partially die cut a circle, which is this section here. So I've got this 2-inch scallop circle. You could use just a normal circle, and all we're going to do is we're going to line up the cutting part of the die right up to this edge here. So I'm going to place that on there, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I want to make sure that cut line on that die is right up to this edge here, and then I want to make sure that the die is the same on either side, and then I'm going to glue that into place with some adhesive. Okay, and we're going to get our die cutting machine. So I've got a base plate, a cutting plate, and then I'm going to place this on there. You're going to get your second plate, and I'm going to take it through, and as you can see, I've got the plate only partially cutting that die. So where that cutting mat is, it will only die cut that section out here. It won't die cut this area here. Okay, so I've probably come down from the edge here in about 1/2 inch. Okay, so then you're going to run that through. Okay, and you're going to carefully peel this off, and then you'll see that it's just done the edge here, and then get your scissors and just trim the excess off like so. Okay, so there we go. So that's our first one. Then you're going to repeat it with your second piece. So I'm going to do that. So that's them done, and then you want to die cut another scallop circle or normal circle, the same one that you did cutting the edge out here, and all you want to do is just cut it in half. Okay, and one half will go on here, and then the other half will go on this one here. So go ahead and glue them down. So that's those done. Then we're going to add these white pieces to the top, and you'll need two pieces that are 2 1/4 by 1, and I'm going to glue them on top, and I'm just going to overlap them ever so slightly, so I've got an overhang of about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to do that to both of them, to the box, and we want to fold on those score lines and give them a press with your bone folder. Trimming. So we're going to come down to these 4 squares here and this little rectangle. You're going to cut that rectangle piece off completely. Okay, and then we're going to come to this one and just take a wedge off either end. And then these squares here have these score lines in between them. Just cut up those score lines. So I'm basically cutting that score line out. And then we're going to give these two a trim. So I'm going to fold these ones in and just cut a bit off. Add glue to this tab here and then glue that together. And then we're going to fold in the sides and then we're going to fold these in and glue this one down. Okay, so that's our box, and then we're going to glue these to our box, the front on, and we're gluing it in between this section here. So you also want to line up the bottom of the box with this edge here so it stands up. Okay, and just give it a check, so you know when you glue it down, make sure you've got a space the same on either side here. So then you'll glue that one in place and then you'll glue this one on to the back. Okay, so that's that now attached. And then I've got two more pieces of pattern paper that's 1 3/8 by 3 7/8, and they're going to get glued on the side. And the reason I'm gluing them after this is all assembled is so then I know that I've put the paper on the right sections. So I'm going to glue them to the sides of my stocking. Okay, so there we go, and now we just need to decorate it. So for this I have the red bow that I'm going to pop at the top there, and then I've got some bells on some twine, and I've got these holly that I've just trimmed, and I'm going to place them on there like so. Then I'm going to glue my baker's twine. I'm going to cut that down so it's not really long. Then I'm going to add my berries on top like so, and then I'm going to finish it off with my to and from tag on there. There we go, that's it all decorated, and I've added the candy canes in there. So as you can see, you can fit about 6 in there. You don't have to add candy canes, you could put chocolate in there, but the possibilities are endless. I'm filling these up. Perfect for your table favours for your Christmas dinner. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, I'll link any products that I've used in the video down below, and I'll also link Stamping with Amore's original tutorial how to make this as well, so you can see her version. But if you enjoyed this video, then please give me a big thumbs up. Please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time guys, take care. Bye.